25th of December 2023. Welcome to Somalia's premier #1 station for news and updates, Dalsan TV. I'm your presenter, Abdurrahman Yusuf. Tonight, I have quite a bulletin prepared for you, but kindly have a look at some of our top stories. Somali Health Ministry reopens General Surgery Department at the Matini Hospital in Mogadishu. Puntland elections takes a new dimension as Supreme Court discredits SSC decision for separation. Somali police officers undertake training on crime prevention and community policing in Mogadishu. Somali National Disaster Agency distributes relief aid to flood victims in Bardere district. Glad to have you back. Now let's delve into our full bulletin. The Minister of Health, Social Welfare of the Federal Government of Somalia, Dr. Ali Haji Adam, on Monday officiated the inauguration of the General Surgery Department at the Matino Hospital. The department had recently extensive renovations, rehabilitation and received new equipment to uplift its capabilities and capacity to the local population. Here's a full story. The Minister of Health and Social Welfare of the Federal Government of Somalia, Dr. Ali Haji Adam, on Monday officiated the inauguration of the General Surgery Department at the Matino Hospital. The department has recently extensive renovations, rehabilitation and received new equipment to uplift its capabilities and capacity to the local population. A massive inferno ravaged the department in a fire that began at the anesthesia equipment in March 2023. The fire destroyed critical parts of the facility and ruined equipment, rendering them redundant. The minister expressed gratitude to the Association of the Somali Doctors, Private and Public Hospitals and various institutions that marshaled support to the Dematino Hospital, leading to the reinstatement of the critical department. Using the opportunity, Minister Ali awarded certificates of honor to committee members who played significant roles in the restoration of the hospital's operating room and emergency departments. One person was killed and 3 others wounded in the fire that gutted the hospital in March early this year. Puntland Supreme Court has vehemently dismissed a decision made by the SSC Katumo, which declined to be involved in the regional state to be involved in the elections of the MPs for the regional state. In a statement on Sunday, Puntland's Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Court, Ahmed Sheikh Omar, said the decision by the SSC does not comply with the established procedure for the separation of the two administrations. Puntland Supreme Court has vehemently dismissed the decision made by the SSC Khartoum, which declined to be involved in the election of the MPs for the regional state. In a statement on Sunday, Puntland's Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Court, Ahmed Sheikh Omar, said the decision by SSC does not comply with the established procedure for separation of the two administrations. He ruled that Puntland reserves the right to select candidates for parliamentary seats using the laid-down procedure, and that a resolution will be reached regarding the decision made by the Omar added that if the SSC Khartoum fail to submit names for the parliamentary elections, the current MPs will continue serving until the Puntland elections are concluded. Supreme Council of the SSC Khartoum on Saturday announced that the newly found SSC Khartoum administration will no longer be embroiled in the affairs of the Puntland state. The council urged Khartoum candidates not to vie for any post in the upcoming elections, and those serving in the Committee for Dispute Resolution were called on to submit their resignation letters immediately. This development comes as the controversy continues to shroud over the upcoming Puntland elections, which is slated to take place in January. Puntland's presidential candidates have accused the regional president, Said Abdullahi Deni, of stalking division among the traditional elders process for selecting members of the upcoming parliament in a bid to allegedly scuttle the elections. The candidate emphasized that 17 MPs from the SSC Khartoum should not be selected until the underlying issues are resolved and political agreement reached between the government and the opposition. Officers drawn from the Somali Police Force have on Sunday commenced a 7-day training program on community policing and crime prevention techniques at the General Kahia Police Academy in the nation capital, Mogadishu. The training, organized and facilitated by the Africa Union Transition Mission in Somalia, ATMIS Police, aims to equip the officers with knowledge and skills essential for community safety and overall security of Somalia.
Officers drawn from the Somali Police Force on Sunday commended a 7-day training program on community policing and crime prevention techniques at the General Kahia Police Academy in the nation's capital, Mogadishu. The training, organized and facilitated by the ATMIS Police, aims to equip the officers with knowledge and skills essential for community safety and the overall security of Somalia. Somali Police Force Director General of Operations Command, Brigadier General Mohammed Mahmoud Mohammed, and Assistant Commissioner of Police Samuel Asiendo Akanta, ATMIS Police Training and Development Coordinator, reaffirmed their undivided commitment to advancing the capabilities of SPF officers. They significantly highlighted the importance of the ongoing training, underscoring their dedication and zeal to continue enhancing and improving the knowledge of the Somali police personnel. The training program is expected to impart practical skills to the officers on how to safeguard the Somali people and deal with criminal activities. As the curtain draws on them, the African Union Peace Mission in Somalia has in recent weeks been embroiled in training and workshops geared towards uplifting and boosting the capabilities of the Somali police officers as they take over security responsibilities. The mission has so far embarked on its second phase of troops drawdown and handover of major critical installations to the Somali security forces, in line with the United Nations Security Resolution mandating their total withdrawal from the Horn of Africa nation by 31st December 2024.
The Somali National Disaster Management Agency on Saturday distributed relief aid to families ravaged by El Nino in Bardere district of the Gedo region. The Commissioner of the National Disaster Agency, Mohammed Maalim Abdullah, presided over the distribution exercise.
The Somali Disaster Management Agency on Saturday distributed REO relief aid to families ravaged by El Nino in Bardere district of Gedo region. The Commissioner of the National Disaster Agency, Mohammed Maalim Abdullah, presided over the distribution exercise. 1,000 families severely impacted by the heavy rains benefited from the humanitarian aid. Commissioner Abdullah pledged the agency's unwavering commitment to bolstering relief assistance for flood victims in the region and across the country. The assistance was previously donated by the Chinese government through its embassy in the capital, Mogadishu. The Chinese ambassador to Somalia in a statement said that they would continue to participate in efforts aimed at alleviating the suffering of the Somali people who had been affected by the floods. Bardere is among the areas severely impacted by the El Nino-induced weather phenomenon. On the other hand, Sodma on Sunday handed over a humanitarian relief shipment of 3,800 tons, equivalent to 150,000 families, to Mogadishu municipality. The agency said that the food aid is slated to be distributed to families ravaged by the heavy torrential rains in the nation's capital, Mogadishu. Officials from the city municipality who received the shipment thanked the disaster agency, saying it would go a long way in alleviating the plights and challenges plaguing the families who have been adversely impacted by the current flooding. Sodma, a government entity tasked with management of natural disasters, has in recent weeks scaled up coordination efforts to help the families affected by the heavy torrential rains that have killed over 110 people and displaced more than 2 million others.
Lovely viewers, that's all we have prepared for you tonight from our desk here in Mogadishu. I wish to thank my team that made this news decision a success, starting from our able cameraman, Mr. Hosni, to our editor, Alpha, and the whole team. Wherever you're watching us from, lovely viewers, always have a bliss and kindly stay blessed. Stay put also for more stories in our subsequent bulletins.